everyone, to Houston, Texas, home to the Rice Owls, and we've been looking forward to this game all week long. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Troy Trojans, taking on a squad from the American, the Rice Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Scanning the field, it's Crowder. Caught in the backfield, it's Lovett. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Bryant. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Takes the handoff. It's Lovett. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Lovett. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. It's a draw. That's one guy, and now he's loose. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
2nd down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Crowder. Finds his man, it's Thomas. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Quickly out to the tight end. He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Safe completion on the screen. Finds some fresh air. Inside the 15. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Second and goal for this offense. Back to throw, it's Crowder. Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Now after the misfire, it leaves them with 3rd and goal from the 3. He's looking to throw. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture. After such a long drive, so many first downs, you've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Oh, the attempt is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
And this place was going crazy before the game, and the offense on the first drive kind of quieted them down a little bit, but the defense, great job. They get a goal-to-go situation. They get the stop, force the field goal, force the miss. The crowd's back in it, baby.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Troy! This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They'd love to get something started here, down 6-0. Look out, he's got room. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. caught over the middle. It's Turner. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
And the Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Third down play from the gun. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
I love the start for this quarterback on 3rd down. 3rd down, obviously money down. Got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
The Owls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Got his man out of the backfield. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Turner. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Defense just has to do a better job in coverage, guys. They did a great job taking away the quarterback's initial primary target, but then they left that guy completely wide open. Somebody busted on the back end.
This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. On the option. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And the Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. Grab near the marker. It's Turner. Touchdown, Owls! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
My man, get him the ball. He will do the rest. Catches the football, walks into the end zone. Feed that man the rock.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. Though a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for room. It's Lovett. Hard running there. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Rice has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
And the Trojans really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Dropping back, it's Crowder. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
The Trojans line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over with spectacular field position. Leaves it with the running back. Can't get him to the ground. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Crowder. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And that essentially ends up being a punt for the offense. Third down, you're taking a deep shot. Because you were able to make the tackle relatively quickly after the guy picked it off, it's essentially just flipping the field.
Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loses 2. Brings up second down.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Falk. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Brings up third down.
The Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. They'll give it to him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that front.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the back. Back to pass on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Turner. At the 35, he's open. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Owls started this drive, backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
He wants to change this route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Owls!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 14-6. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They go to the draw. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Taylor. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Back to pass, it's Crowder. Fires to the wideout. Lost the defense, he's wide open. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
trying to cap this drive with the pass. It's complete to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He wants it all. And it's picked off in the end zone. But no, the officials are saying he was out of bounds, and the quarterback might want to rethink taking a chance like that. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going for the big play. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. The Trojans will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. As they get ready to start this 3rd quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Like, can you help us out and put some points on the board?
They'll run the option. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
Makes the catch. It's Turner. Finds a crease at the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 39-yard run to the house. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
And you don't see this very often, the big defensive linemen. You see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down.
29 Philly.
On the ground, it's Jackson. Got some room, heading to the goal line. Who gets a hook? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. And the beatdown has ensued. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Look at this Troy offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Crowder. With the catch, it's Lovett. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Quick handoff. Shows him the stiff arm. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Just feeds the running back. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field.
42 Spider. 4-2.
Power football with the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2nd down coming up.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line.
Lasso.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
3rd down coming.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw, it's Crowder. Out of the backfield, he's open. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Really great job by the running back there on the angle route on third down. He sold it as if he was running to the flat, and at the last second put his foot in the ground and crossed the defender's face, making that an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
Wants to go up top on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Go! Hey! Kill!
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
It'll be third and long.
Cricket!
From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football, but the screen game's a big part of it too. They're trying to get him going there.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Crowder. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, Trojans! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. Got his man on the right. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
The Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to swing it on second down. That's reeled in. It's Turner. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Drills him with the stiff arm. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Position here as they start this drive from their 43. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Back to throw, it's Crowder. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Bryant.
Second down. Caught by the receiver. Gain of 13. It's 3rd down.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
That's caught. It's Lovett. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered.
14.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. To throw, it's Crowder. The sure hands, it's Thomas. Turning it on! Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. To the air, it's Crowder. Looking for the goal line. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Troy! Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So after getting into the end zone in that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Turner. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Spits it out to the back. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to throw again. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And some room to work.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field of play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll try it again. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. And the Owls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On the option. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
Looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed. That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just such a huge missed opportunity.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Got it in the middle. It's Lovett.
And this defense is perfectly fine with that. When you're up a couple possessions, you want everything in front of you. You want that clock to tick, make sound tackles, and don't give up big plays.
Looking downfield, it's Crowder. Moves around to clear up the vision. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
And the Trojans line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Bryant. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose on the left. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Getting set for the point after. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Got the first down and still on his feet. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. The Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Turner. There he goes! And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, he has been the go-to guy all game long. He has been lighting up the scoreboard. This defense cannot cover him.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Turner. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
On the ready.
It'll be 3rd and long.
3:25.
Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. A strike downfield. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
Looks like the offense will just take a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.